Hello, hello, hi. Wow, Poto. It is your boy, the chairman, the top OgaObinna, and I'm here on First Time. And I'll be telling you about the first time a man wanted to chew me like sugarcane. Watch, enjoy, and I hope you learn something so you can make better choices and you don't do the same mistakes that I did.
First time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is OgaObinna. Welcome to the first episode. This is the premiere of my YouTube channel on Obinna TV. The first episode of a webisode or of a series. Okay, you get the point. It's called My First Time. It's a show. It's called My First Time. I'll be talking to different people, celebrities, superstars, famous people, also people who are famous with their own right. You know, maybe you're there and you're feeling you're famous, so I'll be talking to you. What I'm looking for stories that are new, are fresh. Someone probably has not heard them before, but I just want to share the first time that you did something weird, something happened to you, the first time, first unique. And the best way to start this segment or this show is for myself, to start sharing what I probably have not shared to a lot of people. Only a few people know this. My first time. Wow, should I do this? Okay, my first time to be hit on by a dude. The first time a man hit on me. I was in high school. So before Nairobi happened, before every other thing happened, I was in Chulaimbo Boys, and then myself and the principal, his name was Hezron. The dude never liked me. I also never liked him, and I never did anything wrong. And then now, I left the school. I went to another school called Ebusakami. It's next to Luanda. It was a mixed school then. I think the ladies were boarding, but the dudes were day scholars. So I've gone to Ebusakami High School. So I get over there, I introduce basketball, I introduce drama club. So I'm training people basketball, drama club. I'm doing a narrative, I had a narrative called Mwisho Mwisho. So Mwisho Mwisho, Wanyama. There's another gentleman, I've forgotten his name. He wrote it for me. I was doing it. My sister is singing, is leading the choir backside. The one for the God then said, Wanyama, should we go left or right? And then everything is vibe is correct. Then the kids or the students in the school, they really liked me, and they were like, yo, we want to elect you to be there, to be our leader of sorts. So what happened? What happened was, there was already a head boy, so I cannot be a head boy. So they selected me to be the student spokesperson. It was a title that was never in that school. So basically I was powerful than the head boy and the head girl, and I was just a newcomer. I've been there for about 3, 4, 5 months like this, I think. This thing was a threat to the teachers and everything. So later, a different story came up about all that head boy story and everything. Then I had my crew. There was Olux, Nelson Olukoy, there was Moha, there was what was the name of Manu was there. Kolo. We used to finish skirts for girls in the school with Kolo. I used to sleep. There's a time me and my dad, we were never vibing. So I used to get from home. So I used to sleep with Kolo in the tailoring shop. The father had a tailoring shop. That's how I learned how to tailor. By then I'm a very good tailor. So me and Kolo used to go take the skirts for the girls, finish them, shorten them and everything. But side story. Let me come back to the vibe. So this school, drama club, when it happens, you guys are the cheerleaders for sports. So on sports day, I was the one who was leading the cheerleading teams. Steam, panda, steam, panda, steam. And then, hey, Busakami, give us another one, just like the other one. Give us. I'm there hyping and everything. So this time, I remember we were hyping football. Then we came back. It was sports day in the school. We came back to hype volleyball. Volleyball is the one there's a net, guys this side, guys. That's volleyball, right? That's volleyball, yes. So hyping that. So there's another gentleman in this school. His name was Pinto. I remember. He was from some seminary school. I don't remember which one it was. He was a very tall guy. So he was the one doing when someone is going to throw, then slaps those guys. So he was like guy who tegemeo. Guys are like, yo, that's our man. So I was there, yeah, that's him. So when he's there, yeah, Pinto, yeah. So vibe and everything. He was new also in the school. Or maybe that's the time I noticed the gentleman, the dude. Because he wasn't gentle at all. Okay, so this was the first day we started talking with this guy. So we spoke, and then we started, you know, guys like each other. You like this guy's vibe, you like these two guys are just talking. I think I was in Form 2. He was either in Form 3 or in Form 4. He was a year ahead of me or 2. I don't remember. So, you know, you start talking in school, you meet, you talk, so you start the vibe. So after about like a month or so, the guy was like, yo, by the way, you should come visit me. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. When? He said the day. I was like, cool, set. So on that day, I think it was a Sunday. So I told my mom, yo, listen, I want to go visit this friend of mine. He's called Pinto, because I always go visit Manu, I visit Olux, I visit Kolo, I visit Moha. We are boys, we vibe. Nothing, I've never thought about it. We go there, we talk about girls, we talk about sports, we talk about academics and everything, the whole shebang. So I'm like, cool. So these guys live somewhere in Luanda Market. So I'm like, cool. So I told mom gives me transport. I remember that day I was wearing a white tracksuit. This white tracksuit I was given at Tambach Teachers Training College, and we had gone there when I was in Chula Imbo Boys High School. We had gone there for an anti-AIDS club excursion, I remember, because every other person in Tambach High School had a tracksuit with sneakers. I was the only one with tracksuit and black shoes, because apparently, according to my father, sneakers were evil. Yeah, I was born in a very spiritual family. Anywho, side story. So I rocked my white tracksuit, you know, I'm looking fine. Boy's looking fresh. You know, I'm going to visit my boy, vibe, So I'm going over there. Where I come from, our village, you never had power in my whole community. So, you know, this guy, they have a TV probably, they have power, they live next to the shopping center. It's called Luanda, it's a very big market, Google it. So I'm like, I'm going to go watch a movie, we'll vibe, and come back. So I get over there. This dude has prepared bread, bro. Bread and chaya maziwa. Do you have any idea what chaya maziwa is in the village? So I sit over there, man. The bread is there. And then he's packed at blue band. You guys, do you know what blue band meant back in the day? Me, I'm from boarding school where I now used to use that kadogo, the sachet one. Sachet. When money enter, English change. Anyway, back to the story. So I'm over there, blue band is there. It's like he bought a whole bread. And then now he's chopped them in triangle. You know the way bread you slice in triangle, so it's a triangular shape. Looks lovely. I'm like, this guy does not know me. Let me show him. Tea is there with a thermos. I'm drinking the tea. We are vibing stories. He's telling me the story from the school he was. Nini having a good time. And then he tells me, there's something I want to show you when you finish eating. I'm like, cool, no problem. So I think maybe it's an album. Back in the day, phones, Instagram was never there. People used to have some big books. They're called albums. So when you go, someone shows you da. So we vibe. Then he shows me a couple of pictures that he took in that seminary. It was a school that was a seminary. I think they were being taught about Bible or something like that. I don't remember the name of the school. So we see I continue eating before I finish, because like a whole bread. No, he was not eating me. I'm just there. I'm eating the bread, having a good time. And then this guy comes and sits next to me and then takes an A4 book. You know the A4 books? So if you've ever been in high school, chances are high you've written a love letter. And for you to write a love letter, those A4 papers, they come from somewhere. It's called an A4 book. It's normally a ThinkPad or something. So you flip it like this. So that guy had that book. He normally had like a red cover and white. So this guy came with the book, opened it like this, and then put it on my lap and sat next to me and put it like this. So me, I'm eating bread. Then I see something here in your pose. I look down. Bro. Hey, OgaObinna, you have suffered, dude. Hey. Where? I have never been weak like that my whole life. Hi, dearest Obi. You see, the way you write a love letter to a lady is the way the love letter was written to me. Man, that was the longest letter I've ever read in a very long while. You see those things for my pen is dancing perpendicularly in this Benedictine sheet of paper. Anytime I see you, my knees get weak. The whole thing. I don't remember the exact words, but I might probably have read the letter like 10 or 20 times, because I read the whole thing, finished, started again. The reason was, at the end of the letter, and you know he's holding it like this next to me, then he's older than me. I think I'm in Form 2, I was in Form 2. He's playing volleyball, those guys, so he's the tall dude. And I'm in their house, then I'm in his crib. So in their house, there's a main house, then now there's a boy's crib. Then the boy's crib is facing a fence, then opposite the fence, a maize plantation. At that time the maize were, human height high, if that's a term. So I'm seated here, I've already eaten the bread. I've drank the tea. He's holding the letter like this. And then at the end is written, when you finish, tell me yes or no. Bro. I read the letter, finished. Now that bread that I was chewing, I can't even swallow it. Now it's just in my mouth. Now it's like I'm Shikisha Jaba. So I'm seated over there. I read the letter, so I'm seated. I'm like, okay, now what do you do? My knees are weak. I could not move. I can't even lift my arm. I'm finished. The guy seated here, he's breathing down my neck. I don't know. Because he's reading with me. He's like, okay. So probably he might have thought this was the slowest ever brother that I've met. So then he asked me, have you finished? I'm like, So he took away the letter, sat next to me, and then asked me, what's the answer? I gave the most stupidest answer any man can ever give. Man, I told him, let me think about it. What's there to think about, man? I was scared. I can't move. My knees are weak. So I told him, let me think about it. He's like, okay. He acted and he's not offended. And then I started vibing me now proper. Now he's seated there and he's telling me, oh, you know, so ever since you came to the school, I've been checking you out. He's telling me a lot of these things. Do you know? Okay, I don't know how other people feel, but for a man, even when a man gets complimented with a lady, you always still feel strange. You're like, oh, you look good. You're like, oh, thank you. You always feel. Now imagine me complimented with another man. And then someone that you look up to, someone is older than you. You've eaten their bread. You've seen the letter they've given you. And then they're complimenting. Now he's describing me, saying the things I do in school, the way he's been watching me, he's been stalking me. He's saying all these good things about me, which are true. But I've never been that scared. I didn't know what to do. He just kept on going over and over, telling me how we're going to build a future together and everything. And I was just there, man. Because I was never told what to do when this happens. I was never raised like this. I was never warned or I was never educated on what to do. Like, I was just there. I went blank. I've already told him I'll think about it. He keeps on insisting and everything. And this now is the moment I said, okay, now stand up. You know, it's raining. There's a door, fence, maize plantation. So something is telling me, just get up. And then now he'll see that now you're about to leave and then maybe he'll turn down. So I get up, I walk to the door, I stand at the door. So I'm looking at the rain, I'm looking at the maize plantation, I'm thinking of how I'm going to leave. This guy stood up from where he was seated. He came and stood behind me, you know, like the door frame. He held this side of the door frame, this side of the door frame, stood behind me. You see the way you always stand behind madam, then you hold madam like this, and you put your head here. Then he stood like me, like behind me like that. So his head is here. I can hear him breathing. His whole body is on my body. I can hear his business on my bumper, on my number plate, on my... Hey, Jesus. He's standing there. He's still talking. He's still telling me all these things. I don't know, I hear. You know, when a man has an erection, the way they talk, their tone and everything is very different. So I could hear the vibration is... Oh, Father God, oh, I've suffered. Pinto, God is watching you. I hope I was the first person you did this to. If I was not, hi, those other people have suffered. The person who saved me was Pinto's sister. I'm standing there, he's already there. I think the next move he was going was either to hold me or do whatever. I'm already tired, I'm weak, my knees, my elbows, my back, I can't move. I'm just there. I'm like, okay, now what do you do? Do you fall on the fence? It's raining cats and dogs. This I just appeared from this corner of this house. She had an umbrella and she saw me. Pinto jumped backwards. The sister was here. Like, oh, Obinna, you're coming here. And I think, you know, the school I was quite influential. So she recognized me and probably she knew me from the school. She's like, oh, you're here. You didn't say you're coming and everything. Pinto went berserk. Pinto was mad. He was pissed. He started cussing on the sister. I always tell you guys to give me privacy. Stop coming to my room. This is the boys' room. Da, 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 da. And this is not having any of it. They said, like, I wanted to check water. You could have told me. You could have taken it before. Da, da, da. Pinto is throwing tantrums and he's pissed and he's throwing things in that. It was one room, actually. He's throwing things da, 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 on the couch over there, the pillow. I'm like, what? The sister got in, took whatever she was taking. She walked out. I also walked out. I was like, I was also leaving. Now you see, my visa is now leaving because of you. We're not. You throw a little turn down now. We're leaving with the sister. We're walking towards the gate. Me and the sister were in the umbrella. He does not have an umbrella. He's walking in the rain. He's being rained on. And he's just hurling insults at the sister and everything. By then, he never said anything to me. He was just like, oh, you're so stupid. Useless. I will tell mom. I'll tell dad. I'll tell you guys. I'm a prophecy. I'm walking going towards the gate. We get to the gate. The sister opens the gate for me. She escorts me all the way to the stage. I didn't tell her what happened. Maybe she knew. I don't know. I got in a matatu, went back home. I never told my mom. I never told my dad. Never told my brother, my sister. Never told anybody. The people that I told was my crew the following morning in school because it was Sunday. On Monday morning, I go to school like this. Manu, Olux, Kolo, and Moha. They knew what was happening. Now it's Manha. Now we're looking for this guy. Monday didn't show up on school. Tuesday, maybe show up, I think, Wednesday or Thursday, sometime in the week. Then someone said that they had noticed him, they spotted him in school. So we went through the back of the classroom, there were windows that were unfinished. It was a bad school. Yeah, no better word to frame it. Why would I lie? So we went all the way to their class, like we're from Form 2, then Form 3, I think Form 4. He was then Form 3 or Form 4, I don't remember well. So we went through the window, we could see him. He saw us see him, and we saw him see us see him. Break time, we said we were going to look for him. Break time, we never saw him. I never saw him again. I've never seen him. I never heard from him again. I don't know where he went to or whatever happened to him. But Pinto, hi, God punish you, your father. Hi! Jesus. That was my first time being invited by a guy. Nowadays it's normal. It happens many times in the DM, in events, in everywhere, whatever you just meet dudes like, hey, whatever. It's normal. Nowadays I've even developed, I have friends who are bisexual, friends who are gay, friends who are heterosexual, friends who are queer, friends who are all those LMNOQP, all that family. And I respect them and I love them and we respect each other's boundaries. But that was my first time being hit on by a guy and I was not raised to know how to approach or tackle it or whatever. Yeah. That was my first time. Next time I'll tell you the first time I landed in Mass. The first time I felt the enjoyment. It was very strange. I'll tell you next time. Tell me in the comment section if you want me to tell you. It was very weird.